Hello and welcome to a journey where the boundary between man and nature is more fragile than ever. Where every breath blends with the wind. Every step leaves its mark on the parched earth of the vast savanna. And every decision carries the consequences of survival. Before you is not just a story of pursuit or confrontation. As the story unfolds, we follow the girl across the vast expanse of the arid prairie, where the cracked earth recounts endless droughts and the wind carries the scent of dust and the breath of countless creatures. There are no clear boundaries between safety and danger, only fleeting moments of choice and action. Each step she takes is not merely an escape, but a silent struggle between human compassion and a survival instinct ingrained in every clod of earth and every stream. The tiny infant in her arms represents the fragility of life, the primal call compelling humanity to pause amidst the harsh rhythm of nature. In the sky, fleeting shadows serve as a reminder that no one truly stands outside this cycle, while beneath the water's surface, silent movements conceal impending danger. When she dives into the cold river, her breath merges with the water, and time seems to slow. All sounds reduced to the rhythm of her heartbeat and her will. That's when the story shifts from being faster or stronger to an inner journey, where people learn to listen, observe, and accept that sometimes the greatest courage lies not in conquering nature, but in understanding it and giving it back its right to continue as it is. As the story unfolds, the pace slows, giving way to subtle emotions spreading across the vast expanse of the land and sky. The prairie is no longer just a backdrop, but a living entity, observing every tiny movement of humanity amidst the harsh struggle for survival. The girl is not a hero in the conventional sense, she carries no weapons or superior strength. Her only possession is choice, the choice to bow before a vulnerable creature, the choice to run toward danger instead of turning away. On this journey, every sound carries its own meaning, the wind sweeping through the tall grass like a warning, the gentle ripple of water beneath the river's surface like an unnamed secret, and the innocent cries of a child like a thread holding onto human conscience in the wild. When the chase unfolds, it is not merely a physical escape, but a silent dialogue between instinct and compassion, between intervention and letting go. The girl gradually realizes that nature has neither good nor evil, only laws, and that humans, though appearing with good intentions, are still only a very small part of that vast picture. It is in those rare moments of silence, when breaths mingle with the wind and gazes follow the ceaseless flow of life, that the story transforms from a confrontation into an understanding, where humans learn to pause, yield, and respect the cycle of survival that has existed long before our first footsteps landed on this land. And as all movement subsides, as the sun leans toward the horizon and the last rays of day paint the vast prairie golden, the story concludes not with victory or defeat, but with the return of balance. The river flows, the grass sways in the wind, and the wild creatures continue their journey along the path nature has laid out for them from the beginning. The girl quietly departs, taking nothing with her but the memory of a fleeting moment where she touched the fragile boundary between man and nature, where compassion met respect. The young animal is returned to its world, no longer an object of protection, but a part of a continuing, powerful, and enduring life cycle. In the silence of twilight, we realize that sometimes the greatest meaning lies not in changing the fate of nature, but in understanding that we are merely transient guests in that endless flow. And it is only when we know when to stop, when to let go so that life can continue in its own way, that we truly merge with the rhythm of nature, leaving behind not traces of interference, but a quiet, enduring understanding, like the endless circle of life itself.